Hi there. I'm the host of this podcast. I'm Sunita. Now, my take this time is on the marketing side. You think, oh, I've done my course, done my Pilates course, yoga or fitness course. Now what? I don't think it even struck us. I mean, I'm talking about the mid 2000s when I did my fitness course in the 90s, and mid 2000s did my Pilates course, obviously yoga in between that. But there wasn't so much a stress on actually marketing, and we never thought about it. We were sort of armed with things like we finish our training, a bit of insurance advice, who to go with, royalty-free music after the Pilates course. We was told, yeah, we can sort of carry some mats and bands and cushions if we want to be a mobile teacher, but they're not a proper sort of advice on marketing. And it never dawned on me fast forwarding till after the COVID pandemic. And you think, oh gosh, will my clients come back again? Because obviously we had a break. I was doing Zooms like lots of other people did it as well. So thinking, how do I get clients back? How do I get new clients even? Or will people come back? But and then I sort of picked up a new set of skills like having a website where you have an automated booking system where people can book in, they can cancel, you get the messages in. So a website is quite handy. Also being on Google. So backtracking again, it was I started with a few and my fitness after doing my fitness training back in the 90s. So it sounds a long time ago, and it does as well. I hired the church hall, which is opposite where the offices I worked in. I just started off with like a few colleagues, and they came, and then it sort of built up from there. Advertising in the local newspaper. There was no this like before pre-internet. There was no internet then. There was no social media, obviously then. So we relied on leaflets, word of mouth, and it sort of like built up that way, and then eventually progressing to cover teaching in health clubs, and then having my own classes. It sort of built that. So there was no need for like now. There's lots and lots of teachers marketing, and it's sort of like standing out. But when I started, even as a Pilates teacher, there wasn't too many people, too many teachers rather in my area. So the training provider that I trained with on my Pilates course, they saw because lots of us, once we qualified, we're named on their website, which is really it's quite a good thing. They really grateful for that. I was spotted on the website of that training provider I went with, and it was a chiropractic center. The current teacher was leaving, and they were looking for a teacher for evenings and weekends, and hey ho, I slotted in. So that's actually without trying them. Now you have to really put yourself out. I didn't even try. I had my full time. I had a my day job as well. It was sort of like a sideline as well, and also to get some an extra income as well. Um, so that was it. So probably I don't know, the advice now is quite hard. Do you is it best to sort of liaise with your local physios, sort of put yourself out there with studios, to to work as an apprentice? So it's all sorts of things around it, because after the fitness course, 7 years later, I did a yoga course. It was more awareness rather than to teach yoga, but I ended up teaching, always the way. And that's how I got into health clubs. I actually originally inquired about hiring a hall, hiring a room in the fitness club, but then in the health club, and then it was like, oh, would you like to come and teach for us? Because there wasn't many yoga teachers then. And I said, I only did the course for awareness, but anyway, I ended up teaching. That was sort of around 2002. 2005, I decided to do a Pilates course. Obviously, we did the mat first. It was in modules, and that's how I got started. After that, when I qualified, sort of a good year later, in a chiropractic center. In the meantime, again, I was filling in for classes. I was working in the studio, I sort of like, was getting experience that way. Um, Fast forward 10 years from that first Pilates course, I discovered classical. I was working in a student. I thought, oh my gosh, all this different equipment, all that, the grats, the balanced body, because I did a contemporary and I didn't know the difference. I did not know. Obviously, I'm based in the UK. We didn't know the difference between the two different systems. And this was like, wow, it's a real eye opener. I know there's lots and lots to learn. I'm still learning now. And the reformer with the heavy springs, the straps, and everything. And it was like, wow, fascinated. I know that there was a tower system as well, pedipal, things I hadn't seen in the old contemporary studio. Like my first podcast, I don't regret anything because lots of the contemporary stuff is really good for rehab. So there's no regrets at all. So 10 years later, as I was saying, from the first Pilates course, 2005, 2015, I retrained in classical and there as well, it's a bit of a mixed match with my with my sort of fitness and Pilates career because I had a full-time job as well. So it's all over the place. Um, so yeah, I apprenticed. So I sort of like I did a bridging course because I was already qualified in one course. So the trainer kindly let me do a bridging course with her and the team, and I retrained in classical Pilates as well. With all these different things and things like the foot corrector I hadn't seen before, pedipal, all these different things. Toe corrector. Of course, there was magic circle. So there's lots of bits and pieces. Oh yeah, the armchair. I hadn't seen things like that before. Wonder chair, yeah, there was that in the contemporary, that there was different types of chairs, ladder barrel. So mainly it was the same, but the reformer was so different. It was just it was like sort of retraining on that, especially doing the short spine. You really sort of and you could feel the work really better and sort of learn this the order of the mat, which I did in the other course as well, but it was more emphasized on the order. And also I didn't realize there was an order on the reformer as well. So that was a good thing to learn as well. So that I learned the whole system. And this is what I'm trying to sort of teach now to my clients. So yeah, this is all a mystery. Then after all this, and then after that, I did set up a home studio, and again, it's still about word of mouth because I've got existing clients. But I'm just thinking what your take is on now that there are so many teachers, which is a good thing that there is enough people for everyone to teach. I mean, it's like, how do you market yourself and how would you stand out? I suppose it's easy if you have a studio like in a high street, people can see you, they want to, you advertise your classes, like you can have your reformer classes, your studio sessions, your mat classes. I suppose that's quite straightforward. If you're sort of hidden somewhere in a corner home studio, it's how to get the clients in. So thoughts on that, or getting referrals? It's still sort of like a mystery to me because I was like all over my place with the teaching. And it was before social media. So yeah, it's quite interesting take on different ways of marketing yourself because now there is obviously there's a website, there's social, you can I suppose you can make social media pages active so people actually they see you on social media, then they say, oh, I know where that studio is. So it's sort of like a bit of mix and match now, and it's still quite a mystery. And it's quite good that there's more of us, but I just wish more people do Pilates as well. Okay, so I'm signing off now. Just my thoughts on the marketing side of things. I'm still sort of like trying to get my way around it. So I'm going to be back for the next podcast with some more ideas and tips. Okay, bye for now.